Hi, good morning. I'm Joel. I'm here to show you how we create a virtual machine in Microsoft Azure. So without any further ado, let's get started. So here is my Microsoft Azure account. So let's go to virtual machine. Click on add and add a virtual machine. So once you try to create a virtual machine, it will give you all these options. So you have to fill these ones. So select the subscription, uh, create a resource group, and then give a virtual machine name, and select the region which is appropriate or closer to you, and you can select operating systems from here. At the moment I'm selecting Windows Server 2019, and you can select the sizes available. Like there are a lot of series like D series, B series, A series. Select the size based on your requirement, and enable it in your subscription. Like sometimes the quota is not allocated. Raise a support ticket and get the quota allocated, and then deploy the machine. So for this test environment or test demo, I'm choosing a B1 MS, which is one core two, one CPU, two core machine. Uh, Give a username for this and give a password. So this will be the username and password for your virtual machine. So once you give the username and password, select the inbound rules which you want to allow. So RDP is the rule which will allow you to remote desktop into the virtual machine or log in into the virtual machine. And HTTP and HTTPS is like the protocols like for browsing and all those things. So once you select the ports, click on next. Select the disk. Standard HDD is the cheapest disk, and it is most appropriate for our small demo. And the premium SSD and standard SSD are expensive. So you can attach a disk or you can create a disk from here. So click on networking. So once you click on networking, you can select an existing network from here, or you can go with the network which is created by this Azure when you create a virtual machine. So it will have a new virtual network, new subnet, it will have a public IP, and you can allow or deny the inbound ports from here, or you can go to network security and do it. So if you want accelerated networking based on a VM series and all, it will be available here to on. And if you want this virtual machine to be a part of load balancing, click on S. But now we are not doing it. So go to management, and you also have a lot of boot diagnostics options, OS diagnostics. You have auto shutdown option available, and you can back up this virtual machine, and you can do patch installation. So based on your requirement, select these options. Uh, yeah, and click on advanced, and here is a place where you can install the extensions, and you can also add custom scripts here. Uh, and when you click on next, this is the place where you give the tags. So tags are used for cost management, and you can divide the resources and check what are available based on the company name. So tags are very important. Just give a tag name, and once it is done, you can click on next. So what Azure will do is it will validate your deployment process. Like it will check all these are valid or not, and then once it shows valid, then you can click on create. You can also download a template for automation uh, if you want to do so. So the deployment starts, and you can refresh to see the status here. It's already creating some of the resources, and you can see the operation details here. It will tell all the details. So if you want to cancel it, click on cancel, and if you want to redeploy it, and if you want to delete it. So it will take a couple of minutes to deploy. I'll pause this video and come back again. So the virtual machine is created. It will show you some recommendations. If you want it, just go and enable it. So you can click on go to resource, or you can go home and click on virtual machines. So it will show you the status of the virtual machine, its location, uh, from where it is deployed from marketplace or something else. So when you click on this virtual machine, you have all the options here. You can check the activity log, like which user is accessing this machine or trying to do some start and stop or something. You can give access to the users from access control here, and then you can add tags here, and also you can see the networking options available. This is the security group, inbound and outbound rules. and this is the connectivity option, how we can connect to this virtual machine. And when you click on disks, it will show you what are the disks attached or available. You can increase or decrease your VM size, and there are extensions available. So there are a lot of options available. You can also do a backup, disaster recovery, configuration management. You can log the metrics here, and you can do the boot diagnostics and get the serial console. So how do we connect to this virtual machine? So this virtual machine will have a public IP. This can be a public, which is, I mean, like it can be a public IP or a static IP. So get the IP address over here. Uh, if you are in a Windows, then go to remote desktop and paste the IP address here. So this is trying to initiate a connection. So sorry, like it is not copying. So 52.172.163.237. So once you give the IP address, click on connect. So it will ask for the username and password. So give the username and password which we gave in the starting. Uh, So it will ask for this option, click on yes, and then once you click on yes, it will initiate a remote desktop connection to the machine. Uh, so this might take like a couple of seconds. So once it is connected, it will try to show the VM for you, like the user profiles are getting loaded and the user settings, and it is preparing the windows for the usage. So let's wait for a couple of seconds. It is personalizing all the settings. And once the Windows VM is ready, so it is basically how your normal desktop or a laptop looks. So you can go in, you can deploy your uh, workloads, you can install the softwares you want, you can increase and decrease your size of the VM. You can do pretty much everything which you can do from a normal laptop or a desktop, and you will have a server manager available where you can do all these administrative actions. So actually this is like taking time to load. So yeah, this is how you create a virtual machine in Microsoft Azure, and this is how you connect it. So that's it for today. Uh, I hope this video is informative for you, and thank you.